And that was fun. Okay, if you can handle that, as far as positive self-evaluations of behaviors and stuff like that, we can talk more instead of always trying to teach me stuff. I ain't trying to teach you. I just observe and kind of just observe, watch what's going on, share what I see, and then work it out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to sit there and tell you I know better than you. Nah, it's no, man. I don't know better than you, but I know what I want. I know what I like, and I wouldn't want stuff like that. I don't want to be all eyes see me in the club. I don't want to spend all my life going to the club worrying about what other people think about my ass and stuff. I said stuff. It's mess. I know. Shut up. Knock it off. God dang it, woman. Okay. That's funny. Can I just say stuff and can I interchange stuff and mess and just use stuff and mess more than shit and fuck? Is that, yeah, but it doesn't say you have to actively think while you're speaking. It exercises my brain, huh? Like I don't do that enough. I mean, can I ever just take brain fart vacation? I'm not calling them mistakes or poots. No, I'm brain fart. Oh, come on. You just make me sound like the complete man. I sound like, oh, no way. Oh, come on. You can't even say fart. I mean, you got worse words on some of the music you listen to on satellite radio in front of the kid. Oh, you actually, look, you're reminding me of my family now. Yeah, I had to sit there and okay, when they're young, you don't want to throw too much information at them once and let it come to them as it comes at them. And yeah, but they've got to be aware of life, and you keep them well protected. I get it. Yeah, but you can't. I don't know. How old was Patrick when he started watching Beavis and Butthead? He was about 8 or 9 years old because all the kids at school were watching it. So we watched it and we went over it, and I explained to him how stupid they were. Yeah, man, you don't want the kids living in a plastic bubble, girl. You said you wanted to raise them in New York so they'd get street smarts and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they go and hear shit like this out on the streets in New York. People talk this way in front of people's kids and shit, especially in New York and shit and stuff and mess. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, I wouldn't talk this way all the time. I would be at the house, I would talk normal and just talk about things and use stuff and messes in lieu of fucking shit. Yeah, but that shit's fucked up, and that mess is stuffed up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, baby girl. God, man, who are you? The American Censor Society? What's up, man? I can't do it. We can't watch any Freakazoid cartoons. You have to sit there and watch a theme to a summer place with Percy Faith and his orchestra. I didn't say Percy Sledge and his orchestra. I said Percy Faith. I got it right this time. I like Percy Faith and his orchestra. Theme to a Summer Place is one of my favorite songs. It's quite lovely. I agree. Does that make me sound more intelligent if I'm speaking in an English accent? Do you find it in any way, shape, or form attractive? Just messing with you, man. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, no, you would be a lord. You'd be like my queen. I'm a lord. I'm talking to myself. Just kidding around. Sorry, okay. I'm not going to knock it off. I'm having fun. You wouldn't have fun with this? Oh, come on. You know that. You're the king of kings, lord of lords. Well, you know who you're talking to, boy? I'm the king of kings, lord of lords right here. I'm your savior now. You better treat me right. I'm about to knock your ass out. Mama said knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. Yeah, come on now. You wouldn't have fun with this. Oh, come on, girl. You'd have to joke around with it every once in a while. Anybody in their right mind would when they create all this irrational mythology about a human being and then claim that a pagan ritual Roman sacrifice and it's covered in go watch Apocalypto. They're essentially saying that it was okay to do what they did with Jaguar Paws brothers, that it saved them all from the sun going into the earth and then being able to come back out again. Because we're all too wretched and he was perfect. And so he had to be ritually bloodled and sacrificed for us to all be saved from sin. That's pagan, man. That's beautiful people. I can't believe that they're actually taught and by that and live that and expect that to be something that they can accept as truth. It makes no sense. I've told them it over and over and over again. It's like I told Bob Zinkus, man. You know, he told me that's why he loved Jesus, and I said, so you love Jesus more than anything in the world? And he's, okay, Patrick, I do anything for. I love him, you know, and he's going to be my pagan ritual sacrifice to pay for all my sins. Now, Patrick, I love you. Go pay my bills. Yeah, it's like go pay for everything I've done wrong. It's different for me to not being able to pay my extortion because I resist extortion. Everybody says, your kids are helping you. Your dad did help you. Everybody tries to help you. And that's because I'm trying to save you from the extortion-based economy that is making you irrationally destroy your own planet by charging extortion to live here on planet Earth instead of intelligently managing your environment, your emotions, and your perspective. That's way different, girl. How do you like Ralph Nye, the science guy? Yeah, I would say Ralph Nice, the science guy. Yeah, Ralph Nice. Well, I like the Nices better than I like the Nyes. Not no offense against people that are named Nye, but man, check your bill. He's got to pay the bills. Pay the bills, yo. But yeah, no, I like the Nices better. Stuart and Bob are a little bit more preferable fellowship, you know, for me and Katie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like the Nices. They're very cool. Yeah. They know to have a drink or two. Yeah, I ain't judging nobody. Everyone, with the way people act and every once in a while, you know, Patrick did too, it's like every once in a while these people are so insane, so cruel, and so thoughtless. You got to go kill a brain cell or two just to get through the day. I don't, because it gives me a headache, and like I ain't got enough headaches, you know what I'm saying? Marijuana does the same thing. I tried it when I was younger, and it didn't do much for me, and it just kind of made me it doesn't help that much. We all know what helps Ralph out. Sugar helps give me a little bit of a high, and popsicles help cool my head, and then relations with women, or having to try to take care of myself. Not as preferable as actually relations with a woman, but I'm not going to engage in a relationship with a woman if it's going to be detrimental to my environment, my family, my friends, myself, or the woman. So therefore, I'm not going to do it unless the conditions are optimal, meaning that it's someone that I can make a wife, someone that I can have a protective adult relationship with, things like that. If it's, you know, trying to be manipulated, you might feel forms of temptation, but you won't go into that temptation because it's just not optimal for the group as a whole, which is undesirable for me. But everybody has forms of temptation. That's just natural human being reactions. Yeah. Oh man, if I get lucky enough, I start dating you and we get married, and all of a sudden Kim Kardashian comes around, she's single, and she starts hitting on me, and you're out going to the club 4 times a week, I might trade you in for her. I'd be awfully tempted. Well, she's fine, and if she decides she wants to stop doing all that buying and selling and going and charging up the charge card, and she goes, Ralph, you're right, and she actually means it and believes it, I mean, and she lives it, and she stays home with the kids all the time, and she's faithful, and she doesn't need everything to all be about her, she wouldn't be a preferable spouse to you, and therefore it wouldn't be temptation. It would just be simple observation and analysis, and in business terms, you always look for a better purchase, and Kimmy would be a better purchase at that point in time, baby girl. You ain't gonna be faithful out running around, jumping around on her, but everybody gets paid the bills and believing all that irrational bullshit still, and she's giving it up to be a mama and a wife. That's just simple analysis. It cuts both ways. If a man does it too, he can't settle down and can't be happy with what he's got at home. Got to go out and got to control you and not let you be you. I never. Then do what you do, but do it with someone else that tolerates it well. I wouldn't tolerate it. I don't want to spend half my life at the fucking club when I can spend time with my kids, man. I'm like Jim Croce, man. If I could put time in a bottle, first thing I'd like to do is save every day until eternity passes again so I can spend them with you. Yeah, I love spending time with my kids. And every moment that they take away from me, I consider it a deep, horrible, evil sin of people that appreciate their extortion and their irrational monetary-based and mathematical-based irrational sin of what they think the real value of life is that you have to pay for here on planet Earth because other people perpetuate this extortion and consider it the mode of life. It's idol worship. It's all discussed in the book of Daniel, the book of Revelation. It's discussed throughout the Gospels umpteen times. It's like such a lesson that most people don't get it because they accept the program, they accept the idolatry, and they're idol worshipers. And they're really hard to coexist with, they're really hard to get to know, and they're really hard to hang out with and live with because they'll sell you for an idol, and that's horrible. and it's not preferable, and it's very unkind. It's very thoughtless. It's very cruel. My family's done it to me. My wife's had done it to me. And they wanted me to be more of an American Idol and more of an icon, somebody who sells his talents in order to pay his extortion here and justify their extortion and justify all the evil things they do, and I just can't do that. Because it's irrational, it's cruel, it's unkind, it destroys my environment and kills my people over irrationality, and I won't do it. I love my people more than I love money. Go figure. You'd have to be stupid not to love people more than money. People are your true treasure. Life is your gift and your treasure. And if you don't see people as the life and the gift, I mean, without a woman, you could have all the money in the world, and it wouldn't make you. It's Brian from Mahogany, man. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with. All right? Material wealth and success is a shallow hall full of lifeless trophies. That's all it is. And you guys all worship it and praise it and think you made big bank and living it up large when you're sitting in your big old house with empty rooms and Oscars and Grammys and Tony Awards and Nobel Prizes and all that bull crap that you guys all praise so highly. Like I said, I'll go watch Tangled, Despicable Me, and that Transylvania movie and Megamind with the kids and eat some ice cream and flirt with your mom. It just sounds way more fun. I'll work on my cousin. I'm working on it. She wouldn't love me if I was perfect. I'd be too annoying to tolerate. I'm already almost too annoying to tolerate. I will let your mother decide. I wasn't talking about flirting with you. I was talking about flirting with her. I like her better. She's nicer. Yeah, you're a meanie. Because you can't take constructive criticism. I can. I've taken it time and time again. I'm just nicer than you are. You're meaner than I am. It's a female thing, women just have that in them. A lot of them have propensity. I think it's an attractive female thing. I think they learn to get kind of mean over time because everybody wants to come up and with them, and so they have to get to where they get mean about it. Like, no, Austin, I would not have sex with you, and even if you're the last two people in the world, and having sex for procreation to survive as a species, I would not have sex with you. So what are you talking about, Jennifer? Do I make you Randy? See, that's okay. I just laugh it off. Okay, cool. It's not like it ain't like it's the first time somebody turned me down or told me they ain't interested, and it's not like I take it personal. Rodney taught me that. My dog Rodney in Casper. He said some people are gonna think you're the bee's knees, and some people are gonna think you're perfectly rancid, and it's more their issue than it is your issue. You just try to be the best person you can be, and if they're not interested, then in many points in conclusion, it's more their loss than it is yours. Kind of like Bob Cummins told me about Judge O'Connor. I felt so bad because there's this judge who's supposed to be. He's like, no, that lady's a complete scumbag, man. She just didn't do her research in the case, and she rules all the time for the mother instead of the father. And then when you were bringing up the points and you went and got help from, she just didn't believe how poorly she had assessed the case because she didn't even take time to read it. Then when you got assistance from Mr. Jensen, they just washed each other's hands and scratched each other's back and just said, okay, well, the mom's not really that bad. No, she's not that bad. But he's getting really screwed over. Well, he'll get over it. He can just go get a job and shut up. So he raised them all by himself for 9 years, paying child support to her, and now she just gets him because they don't want to look bad. Huh? She's not a bad person. No, she's not. But she sure fucked me and Patrick over. But it's okay, because it wasn't a crime. Nah. She's a decent person, and she's just not as good of a person as the father was, and the father got fucked over by the DES, by the courts, the court systems, the everything, and the son did too, and he was angry about it. That's why Patrick was angry and had anger issues and drank, because of what the court systems did to him and his best friend, his pops. Anything else you want to talk about, Missy? I'm glad you understand my perspective and what I went through. You're very thoughtful and considerate and understanding. You listen real well and you analyze real well, and you have good observation skills for a female. I'm just kidding around. That was a joke, girl. Well, you think differently than men do. So you judge. You seem to judge a lot quicker than men do, man. It seems like that, because I get that with a lot of the women right away. I mean, they sit there and they automatically judge. My sisters did it. Everybody does. Guys are more like, well, yeah, I could have done that shit too, man. Well, I was thinking the same thing. What are you thinking? I'd love to jump all over Kim Kardashian. She's fine. And I was going to bring that up. That's what I was going to bring up before I got in. Grown-ups. Yeah, the scene when they're all watching Rob Schneider's daughter at the car. You know, but a bunch of male pigs. What a bunch of pigs. Go watch Intolerable Cruelty when the old Fabio guy's sitting there cutting. Yeah, like y'all don't sit there and, oh, let's get naked and just get totally romance novel cover on that. Yeah, you guys do the same thing we do. It's just you guys paint it in a guise like so romantic when we think about it. When you think about it, you're just complete sex pigs. Oh, so you put it under the guise of romance. But you're going to be with him forever? When you're married to me and now you're going to go be with the pool guy who screws everybody whose pools he cleans? I don't get it. Sorry, but yeah, like you're not ruled by your VJ like they say we're ruled by our VJ. No, I'm thinking it. I don't do it, but most honest men will tell the truth. Were you thinking it? Yeah. Why? You'd have to be stupid not to think about it. It's Kim Kardashian. She's drop dead gorgeous, and you know. And as a guy, you would think, wow, if she could be not superficial and faithful and kind and really be into me, I'd be into her. If she wasn't superficial and narcissistic, you know, I could really see about maybe building a life with her because she's so attractive. Yes, if the outer beauty and the inner beauty matches the outer beauty, I mean, that's the kind of girl you want to spend the rest of your life with. Jennifer Lopez is también. Yeah, she's as fine on the inside as she is on the outside. You know, Ralph definitely has to be finer on the inside than the outside. That's what attracts the girls to me. It's me fine inside. It's the warm pink inside. Oh, that's some funny stuff, man. You're fun to talk to. I had a good time, man. Thanks for coming to talk to me. I telekinese. I know. Take my Prozac. God. You know, just because they can't have intelligent conversations with people, I don't need a telephone to do it. I have good, you know, other people talk to Jesus or a similitude thereof of other people related to them, and that one lady channels Abraham whatever and stuff, makes millions of dollars off of it, and she's considered perfectly lucid because she makes millions of extortion money and passes herself off as somebody legitimate from it. I don't. And so I'm therefore seen as crazy, you know, but everything I talk about is rational, tangible, and actually it's like an actual conversation with the actual human being that I'm talking with, as much as information as I get that's shared with me. And it's, yeah, I saw lots of things with, yeah, Ms. Lopez, I saw stuff that, and they think it's a computer interface with invasion kind of tactics and stuff like that, but you have to be open to it and you have to be able to see it. So I have to have these abilities, which mean they evolved in me before I ever was Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. in similitude. So I'm a lot like my uncles before me that can see things, just like Jesus. It's explained in the Gospels over and over again. They have this vision and they have this ability to communicate. The big one was me and the, I forget his name. Gosh darn it, the beautiful Muslim man I talked to yesterday in the library. I said, they put stock into it now when a man over 1,400 years ago can tell you about scientific information that we just recently discovered, okay, about the forming of the Earth with the asteroid hitting, yada, 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 the perfect shot and all that. Muhammad describes this, and people describe this in Genesis and Book of Revelation. They've described this stuff over 4,000 years ago and then playing it in any more perfect and more articulate mathematical detail in the Holy Quran, you know, about the symbiotic life changes, about the whole things. And he explains it in mathematical detail and scientific detail of information we just recently discovered through scientific study. And Muhammad's telling you about it 1,400 years ago. And that should put some credence into their reliability of their sources and their information. And there's a lot of stuff that's been changed in the older Gospels. The Quran is the least changed of all the Gospels. So I take that back. The Abrahamic Bible by Haile Selassie, they had taken it and put in dyslexic changes that people that have read it wouldn't even comprehend that were there, that have thrown off some of the mathematical patterns and made it more racially secularized. But yeah, they can do that. You just put it on a supercomputer and boom, and then you just all copies and stuff like that you can go through. You can age a copy, replace a copy. This is an original copy. No, it's not. No, they replaced it. They just have to sneak into your place, replace it with the one. It said here, you can make photocopies, they can save it's all hooked up to manipulated computer hard drives. All information is subject to change. It's like that thing on Star Wars when you sit there and, they had the planet and the planet was missing and he's like, space is gravity, but it is there. That planet's not in our archives. It doesn't exist. Somebody went in there and removed it from the archives. You can manage and control information to the umpteenth degree if you really set out to do it. They explained this to me with the NSA and the CIA. Yeah. And then people, well, no, this is the one we've always had, and we kept it KPU, and we kept it safe in the safe, and it's always been here, and this is the original version of the Abrahamic Bible. No, it's not. It's made to look like it, but it's been doctored, and it's not the original one. They replaced it with the one that has different mathematical proofs in it, so they have more fallacies in it than perfection in it, just to make him look bad. They can do that. Oh, for crying out loud, they can come in and they can totally go through your house, okay, put a sedative in through the vents, put you under, then go in there, put in different kind of sedatives into your food, have you thinking different things, replace your clothes, replace this, replace that, replace the book you read, put in different chapters in it. They can do anything they want to screw with you. They have such manipulative power as an abilities to make you believe, they were telling me they can create your thoughts and memories, and they can change it in the whole 9 years. They can. But you still have to believe in the life that you lived and believe that there are certain kind of, when you're dealing in the infinite math proofs that I'm talking about, guys, that you can't hit with a stick, like the way, the truth, and the life, and you shouldn't have to pay extortion to live on planet Earth because it destroys your environment and breeds self-destruction of self and symbiotic relationship in your actual environment that provides for you. When you suck the oil out and you kill each other for the oil and you destroy your environment by charging extortion here, and that's just irrational, and those are truth proofs that we're giving you, and they're all through the Gospels, to tell you not to destroy your environment and not kill each other for irrational base value systems that will make your life a living hell. These are math proofs. And you can hit them with a stick and they won't change. They can manipulate all the information, they can hide things, they can change written math proofs, they can change a written word. But when you sit down and just logically prove it like that, you have to be a complete frickin' moron not to get it. You get it? Okay. I'm not discussing this anymore because it's making my head hurt. It's like, man, it's like talking to a brick wall over and over again, and everybody comes up, Ralph, what you don't get. If I get one more person telling me what Jesus was saying and what he was thinking and how he was math-proofing and how they understand it better than I do, and I'm his similitude molecular line uncle that's more like him than you are, that's like me coming up basically to you and telling you what you lived, how you lived, and what you were thinking. And in some ways I can because I have better observational and analysis skills, and you lie to yourself because you believe money is more valuable than life. So I could probably come and read, write, and erase you and reproof you and reprogram you by showing you a more intelligent style and fashion. You were thinking this because you were being irrational because you think you need money to live and you don't. That's the truth. So you get mad at me because you think, well, I'm going to prove Ralph wrong. You don't have to prove me wrong. I believe your life is more valuable to rock, and you don't. You prove yourself right or wrong by believing that rocks are more valuable than your life. It's math proofing. That's why they hated my uncle, and that's why they crucified him. Because he told them the truth about themselves, and they hated him for it. Okay? I'm a lot like him. No, you're not. You're nothing like him. No, you aren't, because you don't understand him, and you keep telling me you understand him. You keep telling me about him, and I'm sick of hearing it. Wouldn't you? I mean, when people tell you lies on your family abilities and math-proof abilities to explain how to live in a more perfect and loving and appreciative fashion, and they lie on it and buy it and sell it in books and buy it and sell it in commodities and start wars over it and go mass murder family across the world to help pump out more oil, to perform more wars over cars, bars, and wars, and point nuclear weapons at each other and say, if you don't buy our products and destroy your planet expeditiously, we'll mass murder you. I get kind of upset. So I don't really want to hear any of you people that come and buy and sell this bullshit at me and tell me what Jesus was thinking and what David was thinking, what Moses and Abraham and Muhammad were thinking and what they're doing and how they lived. Okay? If I hear it one more time, like that moron sitting there telling me all those horrible things about my Uncle Muhammad. If that was the case, these people wouldn't have followed Uncle Muhammad, and he would have just been he would have been just like the regular sultans that ran the market in Mecca, and he wouldn't have been any different, and there wouldn't have been a change. So he's stupid and he's full of crap because the Hadith doesn't line up with what was written by people that told lies about Muhammad. You have to be intelligent enough to cut through the crap to understand it. If you read the stuff written about Hitler that they passed around the schools, it said he was their savior and their messiah, and he was sent by God to help guide Germany. And we all know he was a complete psychopath that mass murdered people to take their resources and force his will on others. That's just this analysis of what was done, and we weren't lying on him because it was the truth, because we have all the evidence to prove it. When the evidence goes in the exact contrast of my Uncle Muhammad. So I don't want to hear it anymore, and any more people talk mess about my Uncle Muhammad, you're going to leave with your head severed from your neck because you might as well just go make you a new one. I won't physically do it, but I'll verbally do it, and you might as well just figuratively consider yourself the headless horseman because you stupid as a box of rocks. I can't be patient, Jenny. Oh, come on. The man said horrible things about Uncle Muhammad. I had to go off. Jesus would go off. He would too. He would not allow people like that to talk about Muhammad that way. No, he wouldn't. No, he would go off. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just verbally kicking that butt. That's patient. An impatient person would get up and try to physically do harm to him. I don't need to. I can just patiently sit back and kick the crap out of them and call them on to their bullshit, let them open their mouths, and then explain what an idiot they are. That's patient, baby girl. Yeah, it is. You think it might get me a date in the future? Hopefully near future? Yeah. I ain't gonna be a rollover, kiss-ass, little punk, bought and sold, sorry, bitch-ass hoe in designer jeans and shit for you. Oh, hell no. No. Would you be attracted to me if I was? I wouldn't. I gotta get going. That is me being more patient. I think I handled that pretty well, and I didn't yell too loud. Was I putting on a show? Yeah, I wanted people to hear it. Why? Well, because they should hear the truth. You shouldn't speak silently. You should speak for the people to hear so they can understand the truth in a more clear and intelligent fashion instead of telling me what they think is the truth when they can't prove it. All right. I love you too. Thanks for your help. Man, you're special. All right. Thanks, special lady. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I'll always love you, and you can't change that. There's nothing you can do, I'll say. I thought about this for many a day. That doesn't mean I'm like picking out curtains and shit, but it does mean that you can't change that. Yeah, I always love you. I love everybody. But I'm not playing it cool. No, I'm not, no. I'm just, what would you do? I'm sitting on a park bench figuring out how I'm going to find ways to go check those plastic cards, see if I got enough money to buy more toilet paper to make it through the week. I'm not happy. I miss my kids. Okay? I can't be completely jovial with you at this time, man. All right? Maybe later, when people start to treat me with more dignity, honor, and respect. Maybe I ain't holding you responsible. I think you're a decent person. Okay, I think you're more than a decent person, but don't try to fish for compliments out of me. I've already complimented the holy manoli out of you. If I do any more, it's going to look like I'm kissing your ass. I would like to try that. Dang it, woman, you're funny. All right, I got to get going, man. All right. I got to go. All right. Man, I love when we connect. It just gets volatile. It gets intelligent. It's just cool. Every time me and you connect, things go deeper and farther than. It's cool. I like connecting to you. Intelligence works well through you, and very beautifully. Thanks for your help. All right. All right. Blessings and peace. I love you too.